Well, g'day everyone. Wanted to talk to you today about an amazing lens that I took away over 4 weeks when I toured the USA recently. It's the Tamron 20mm 2.8 lens, and I'm very, very happy with how it actually went. So I thought I'd talk to you about the whole thing of using this lens, what I think about the build quality and everything else. I'll start off with build quality because the Tamron lenses have really surprised me over the last 12 months or so, and I've been using them extensively. And in fact, like my 28 to 75 is like the day I bought it. They really are amazing. Gerald, for instance, dropped his 17 to 28 when we were in San Francisco. The lens literally bounced on the floor and rolled down a little bit down the street. He picked it up, there wasn't a single mark on it. So they are incredibly robust, and that's something you've got to understand about these. Even though they're plastic, their build quality and the plastic they use is top class, and that's something that we have to understand about this. I've used this, like I said, over a whole 4 weeks. I wanted to give it a real big test. I used it on the A7R4, I used it on the A7 III and also the A9 because I wanted to try it on multiple cameras to see how it went. It quite surprised me on the A7R4 in the fact that I think it was probably resolving the whole sensor, which is amazing when you think that's a 70 megapixel sensor, and I think that's terrific. The image quality that I got from it is incredibly sharp, lots of contrast, micro contrast, everything's brilliant about this. I'm not going to talk about this from a scientific perspective though, because it's just not the way that I do reviews. I do it from real world usage. So you're not going to see me shooting brick walls and things like that. You're going to look at real images that I've taken over the last month, which is how I would use this lens, and then you can judge whether you'd like that look or not. Overall though, it looks fantastic. Distortion has been very, very, very well controlled. There is a little bit of distortion there, but it can be easily fixed in Lightroom or Photoshop if you want to correct it through there. So that's something you have to understand as well. The beauty of this lens though is it's so wide. I mean, its 20mm is great, and it's probably the best gimbal lens that's actually out there at this stage. The only issue I suppose that you could think about is that the autofocus is slightly noisy if you're dealing with video. So that's something you do have to consider. But it doesn't affect the quality of the autofocus. You know, it's still very fast. It gains acquisition very, very quick as well. So it certainly hasn't affected that side of it. The sharpness of the lens is outstanding. I mean, it really is sharp, and you're getting that beautiful color that I'm used to using with Tamron lenses. So overall, look, I just can't say how much I love this little lens. For the cost, I think it's really amazing. But let's look at a few images now, and then after that, I'll come back and summarize it all up for you. Okay, so let me know what you thought about those images. I'm really happy with how it performed. Like I said, it surprised me for the cost of the lens, how good the images actually are. And I loved using it. I loved how the weight of this lens is. You know, it's so light. The build quality is amazing. It is weather sealed. There's full coatings on the lenses and things like that. So, you know, it's really good. I found flaring was well controlled. The lens distortion also was very well controlled as well. There is lens distortion there, but it can be easily fixed later on. So if you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment box down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.